Katt Williams just lit the internet on fire after blasting out shocking claims that Beyoncé allegedly helped Jay-Z cover up the moves that crushed DMX's career. He says DMX was never the type to bow down.
Everybody knows you've had battles with throughout the years.
Yeah.
So at the time, they were saying that, you was on drugs. That's why they didn't want to invest in you.
Right. They already invested. What you mean they didn't want to invest? They already invested. Like I said, the album was recorded, shot the video, everything. That was just some bullshit. You know what that was.
Do you ever feel
Let's
like
get
people,
rid of the competition?
Do you ever feel like people at the label didn't do enough for you when they could tell that you really needed help? Or do you think that you were too far gone?
No, I was never too far gone. I mean, it just, all I needed was just do me like you do everybody else. You don't sit there and speculate about this and think about this and assume this. Just do me like you do everybody else, and it's gonna be all right, man. You know what I mean? But that never happened.
So I think with DMX too, you never, Def Jam, I feel, never put a lot into DMX. It was always the groundwork with DMX.
Never the type to be a yes man. And that's exactly why Jay made sure he got blackballed. Jay couldn't control X the way he controlled other rappers, and that's what had him heated. Katt even revealed he personally reached out to DMX because he knew that pain all too well.
What happened was, I had the crazy track record, Def Jam, everything was good. I go to do the 6th album.
Jay-Z became president.
Yeah. When he first got the job, he hit me with the call like, yo, dog, inmates is running the building like, yo, you good. Finish the album, shoot the video. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go on vacation and, we don't know. What you mean you don't know?
Mm-hmm.
How do you listen to a whole album, pick a single, shoot a video, then don't know? Okay, I see what's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition. Because at first you retire, then get me off the label, now you're back rapping again. Okay. It's all good. That's all.
He swears the industry punished him the same way for refusing to play by its twisted rules.
I was like, we got to sign DMX, and they laughed at me. I remember when I left the office, Tina Davis said, she knew what I wanted to sign DMX. She said, DMX don't sell. Your ass is fired. Jay and Dame did not believe in DMX. Jay would be like, you think he's better than me? And I'd be like, he's nice just like you. I said, if you look in the hood, there's less of like you and more like him. Yeah, but he don't want to live that. He's depressing, Gotti. And I said, I don't give a f. So Jay used to watch me grind with X, and he was off with the Hitman. And then something strange happened when I made Get At Me, Dog.
According to Katt, this wasn't about friendly competition. This was a setup from the inside, a chess move with real lives at stake. And once Jay slid into Def Jam, X's career didn't just slow down. It crumbled right in front of the world's eyes. Even Irv Gotti, who used to ride with Jay heavy, backed this up. He said it wasn't coincidence. It was calculated. He insists Jay deliberately blocked DMX's every move until he was left with nothing, forced to lean on destructive habits just to deal with the pressure.
Ja was with it.
Jay wasn't with it.
I tried 2 times to make that album happen. X was with it. Ja was with it.
Why do you think Jay didn't want to be about it?
This is just my opinion. Just my opinion. I don't think Jay wanted to get in that room with X and Ja. It wasn't.
One more than the other, or
listen, no,
both?
No, both. Jay is a very smart person. He's gonna do an album with R. Kelly. R. Kelly worships Jay-Z. Worships him.
And Kanye West.
Kanye West worships Jay-Z.
And Jay Electronica.
They all worshipped him. X and Ja don't worship Jay-Z. You're my man, but when that beat comes on, you're not above me getting at you. And that's what I do not feel Jay wanted to deal with. He didn't want to deal with... I'm saying they would come at each other subliminally. So it wasn't a direct hit where they're going to say your name and thing. But they coming at you. So do I want to make a whole album with these coming at me? And if I'm Jay-Z, there's a slight chance that, what is it gonna say? I'm not the nicest.
That's what
Right.
That's what
It's not worth it.
Where's my win?
Right.
The only thing I'm seeing with this is potential loss. But now people are saying, these is better than you.
That's ruthless. And here's where it gets even crazier. DMX and Jay actually knew each other before the fame. They weren't strangers. They had history. But the second Jay became president of Def Jam, he allegedly flipped the script and turned his power against X, fueled by jealousy. DMX had the game on lock with 5 straight no. 1 album on the Billboard 200, running the charts like nobody else. But all of that changed the minute Jay got that big chair and started pulling strings in the shadows. It got so ugly that DMX himself went off on Jay during a live radio interview. straight up accusing him of using his position to destroy his career. He didn't sugarcoat it either, calling Jay out for playing dirty with power. And don't forget, I already told you how Jay's ex-best friend Irv Gotti aired him out. According to Irv, this wasn't just competition between Jay and DMX, it was pure jealousy. Irv says Jay even sabotaged a collab project that DMX, J. Rule, and Jay were supposed to drop back in the day, all because X outshined him on every single track. That bruised Jay's ego so bad, it left their relationship messy and tense from that moment on. Sure, Jay and DMX linked up on a couple songs later, but word in the industry was that they were still beefing behind the curtains all the way up until X passed. Irv even admitted there really was a full collab album with DMX, Jay, and J. Rule, but it never saw daylight because Jay didn't want to sound like he was getting smoked on his own project. That's how deep the jealousy cut. Some people swear Jay's envy went beyond just music. The whispers claim that same envy allegedly pushed him to make sure X never stood in his way again.
Publicly, Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
And Beyonce? Folks say she knows all about it but stays silent to protect her man. That's her husband, and in that world, loyalty can mean keeping secrets that nobody dares bring to light. But the chatter doesn't stop there. Heavy rumors point straight at Beyonce too, with claims that she's got her own skeletons locked away, and Jay allegedly helped her hide them. Jaguar Wright even came out accusing both Jay-Z and Beyonce of crossing insane lines, saying they trapped people in their home.
Unfairly. She actually died screaming, and the Carters are responsible. But one of them is just a little more responsible than the other. Question is, did Sean Carter delete his mistress, his pregnant mistress, because his wife was jealous? Or could it be possible that maybe his wife's temper is just a little worse than most people think? And maybe he just had to clean it up to protect the brand's sake. I mean, I'm just speculating.
Tortured them, and were tied to heartbreaking tragedies like Aaliyah's passing, and even the alleged loss of Jay's own pregnant mistress. That's some jaw-dropping stuff to even picture. And when fans started digging deeper, they tied the whispers straight to Beyonce's own music. People point to her track, Daughter, saying it plays more like a hidden confession than just lyrics. She sings haunting lines like, "Your body laid out on these filthy floors, your blood stains on my custom couture, bathroom attendant. Fans believe she was dropping hints about something way darker than art. Then there's another chilling part where she sings, "She was a big fan. I really tried to stay cool, but your arrogance disturbed my solitude. Now I ripped your dress and you're all black and blue."
But the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got ripped in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy, right, where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves and is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was gonna play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. Takes any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. People want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
oh, because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people at my agency.
Look what you made me do. Those words sent shockwaves online, fueling wild claims about Kathy's mysterious passing. The official report from the pathologist ruled it a brain aneurysm, but Jaguar Wright swears Jay-Z and Beyoncé had their hands in it. She alleges Jay had Kathy taken out after Beyoncé discovered their alleged affair, and if Jay didn't handle it, Beyoncé was ready to herself. That's a scary kind of pressure. The rumors got so loud that Jay was forced to step up and downplay everything. He tried to soften it by saying that despite all the tension with DMX, there was still love between them. But if you go by Irv Gotti's version, that love never existed. Behind closed doors, it looked more like jealousy and sabotage. And now the streets are buzzing even louder because Katt Williams is out here suggesting Jay not only destroyed DMX's career, but may have had a hand in his passing too. Why? Because X wouldn't bow down to him, just like Katt refused to bow down to Hollywood's twisted demands. And Katt knows that pain firsthand. He revealed last year that while filming Friday After Next, producers tried to pressure him into filming a disturbing scene where Terry Crews' character would assault him as a joke. Katt stood firm and told Ice Cube and the producers straight up no, saying there was nothing funny about that, but that bold move nearly cost him everything. This was his first big movie role, and suddenly they made him feel like he was asking for too much. Katt later explained that turning down that disturbing scene nearly cost him everything, because the second Hollywood saw he wouldn't play along with their agenda, they flipped on him. And he says that's exactly what happened to DMX. Once X refused to be controlled, the whole machine moved against him. Katt admits he was lucky. He survived his battles with the industry. But DMX didn't. That's why he's now calling out Beyoncé, accusing her of keeping the truth about X's passing buried in silence. Katt even claims the only way the world will ever learn who really took DMX out is if Beyoncé herself finally breaks her silence. That's a bold claim. Of course, the internet has a lot to say about it. One person snapped, "Let's clear that up first. DMX was never scared of Diddy or Jay-Z. He said that plenty of times, especially in that one interview where he put the whole industry on blast." Another fan added, "DMX wasn't just a rapper, he was a poet. He had one of the realest voices ever, and nobody will ever be able to sound like X did. His legacy still echoes through the culture like nothing else. But now it's your turn. What do you think about these shocking claims that Beyoncé is allegedly hiding details about DMX's passing? Do you believe Jay-Z had a hand in it, or is this just another wild conspiracy flying around? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who lives for messy updates. Oh, and make sure to check out this other explosive video right here. I'll catch you in the next one.